Hey, I knocked off something else off my bucket list. Want to know what it is? Stay tuned here on the Jazz and Champagne channel to find out. You may learn something. Hey, welcome to the Jazz and Champagne channel, swag for the seasoned adult. And yes, what you see before you is a glass of red wine being poured. I did a little wine tasting about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't go anywhere. I went to the creme de la creme on the West Coast, Napa Valley, where wine is grown, processed, and made. And I'm going to tell you about the 2 wineries I visit with the hopes of inspiring you this year in your new year to also take a trip to the West Coast, so that way you can have an experience that you could find nowhere else. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this adventure vicariously through us here on the Jazz and Champagne channel. So after the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, I decided to start my New Year's off right with a 2-week vacation going to sunny California, where the palm trees are dancing in the sky and laughing, and the sun is warm and the sky is blue. Boy, was I wrong. So as it turned out, California wasn't as sunny as I expected to be, with overcast skies and occasional peeking up out of the sun through the clouds when it felt like it. But nevertheless, we went forward, marched on, and turned the lemons into lemonade, or rather yet, grapes into wine, which I would think would be appropriate for this video. Anyway, the allure of Napa Valley is wine tasting. It's the capital of wine for the United States. Most of the wine that are made, that are distributed within the United States and maybe even the world, is in Napa Valley. Now keep in mind, Napa Valley has approximately 475 wineries. So wine tasting is impossible to taste all the wineries in that valley. So they recommend that you pick 2 to 3 wineries to do wine tasting, and that's what we did. We picked 2 wineries to go with. And the first of the 2 that we went with is Madonna Estates. This particular winery has been around back in the days when they used to stomp the grapes with their feet. Started by here, the Bartolucci family, and by this gentleman, the guy here, Andrea Bartolucci. Andy came to the United States in 1912 and started a winery in 1922. Today, the tradition carries on with his descendants running the winery, still family owned. It's certified organic. And the acreage of the winery covers 130 acres with 9 varieties of grapes. I forgot to mention, it's the second oldest winery in Napa Valley. Average cost for a bottle of wine there is $40. Wine tasting there is $30 per person, but they will waive the fee if you purchase a bottle of wine. So we had a very great experience, great experience there. We got lessons in winemaking, the history. Everybody was so nice and accommodating and friendly and welcoming. I definitely would recommend that if you're interested in going to Madonna Estates, please do so at my recommendation. Not saying that I'm a wine expert or anything, but if you're just wanting to have a good time and learn a couple of lessons about wine, how it's made, it's a great experience. Just make sure I will have the link to their winery in this video, and you can check it out for yourself. If you have any questions, also leave it in the comments. So the second winery that we made a visit to was ZD Winery, still in Napa Valley. And this winery is also family owned, and it's been owned through the family for the past 3 generations. It was started in 1969 by Norma and Rosalie Deleuze. This vineyard is also organic certified. The acreage is much smaller than the first one that we visited. This one has a total of 32 acres. However, it being smaller, the views are spectacular. It's very, very comfortable. It's a little bit more modernized in terms of the architecture of the building and the structures inside than the first one we went to. Not saying anything bad about the first one, but you can just see the difference. And as you walk in, you're greeted right at the door. The receptionist greets you with a glass of wine, and then you sit there in the nice plush waiting room for your sommelier to come and just sit there and take in the sights and drink wine. And not very long after that, our sommelier came out to greet us, and his name is Kurt. He was giving us education on the soil that's used on the vineyard. He also gave us a history lesson of the family that started the wine, and just telling us the story about it being passed down for the last 3 generations. We didn't go into the barrel room, but we could see it through the glass. So as you can see for yourself, the aesthetics of the winery, the building, the structure, and all that is more modern. So anyway, after our tour and our brief education, they set us up on the deck patio in the back to overlook the vineyard. They provided us with snacks, glasses, and Kurt brought out the wines to us, explained what they were, where they were grown. Now, if you're thinking about ever visiting Napa and going to ZD Winery, keep in mind that their group tastings can range from $50 per person to $250 per person. So just always keep that in mind. If you're going to pay $250 for a tasting, you're going to be tasting top of the line. So with that being said, the day was over with and we had to leave. But we left with a memory, a great memory. And so that concludes the video. If you have been to Napa and have visited a winery, let us know in the comments, because I would love to share your adventure of your experience of a winery that I did not get a chance to visit, because there's 475 of them there. In Napa, there's no way you can visit all 475 there unless you live there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. All the thumbs up that I get, it just inspires me to do more videos. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, especially if you're one who's looking to live the best version of your life to the fullest. This is what this channel is all about. It's about inspiring each other to live fully as the days come by, because time does not stop for no one. Anyway, peace and blessings to you. May you be in good health for this year. And stay tuned for the next video here on the Jazz and Champagne channel. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.